Next, Governor Pat Quinn and Orland Park Mayor Tim McCarthy call on legislators to pass a ban on so-called assault weapons. This comes in the wake of the movie theater massacre in Colorado and a surge of murders in Chicago. This runs about 10 minutes.
I'm with Police Chief Tim McCarthy of Orland Park, who is an American hero, served in the Secret Service for many years. In 1981, defending President Reagan, helped save his life and took a bullet for doing that, and we're happy that he recovered. So the pride of Illinois. Went to the University of Illinois, Leo High School in the South Side. Been a friend of mine for a long time. I was with Tim a week or two ago when I signed a bill called Julie's Law to help protect public safety in Illinois. And that's why we're here today, because we believe in public safety. For a long time I've believed in banning assault weapons in our state and also banning large capacity ammunition magazines that go with those assault weapons. So this morning I mandatorily vetoed a bill that arrived on my desk in order to give the legislature an opportunity to put into law a ban on assault weapons in Illinois and a ban on large capacity ammunition magazines. I think this is a time for our state legislature to come together and vote on a very important public safety measure for our state. In my message to the legislature, I say that as governor, my foremost duty is to protect the public safety of the people of Illinois from deadly violence, and especially protect our children. And I think it's very clear that these particular weapons are not designed to do anything but to have human targets. And I think it's time for us as a people in Illinois to enact legislation similar to what they've done in California, Massachusetts, New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, to ban these particular weapons. I think the safety of the people of Illinois will be enhanced by this particular measure enacted into law. We have, pursuant to our Constitution in Illinois, an opportunity for the governor to take a bill that arrives on his desk and make it better. That's what I've done this morning. I expect the legislature to address this issue, to vote on the issue, and to hopefully approve the issue and make this the law of the land, the law of the land of Lincoln. And I'd like to have Tim McCarthy, Chief McCarthy, who has worked with the chiefs of police all across Illinois, say a few words and take it from there, Tim.
Well, thank you, Governor. I certainly support this initiative. There's no law that solves every problem. However, we have seen this summer alone, and as chair of the South Suburban Major Crimes Task Force, an increase over the years in weapons using high-capacity magazines, in assault weapons, whether it's an assault rifle, a pistol, or even a shotgun. And we have seen an increase in that. But I think this law will help law enforcement. It'll help reduce violence against our residents. It'll help reduce violence against our police. It will help keep guns, these type of guns, out of gang members and out of the hands of cartel members. So while there's no law that's ever been passed that solves every problem, it's time we've taken this step. I applaud the governor for doing so, for having the courage to do so. And as chair of the Illinois Chiefs Legislative Committee, it'll be on our agenda in August. And I hope we will be able, that all of our chiefs across the state will support this. But of course, it has my 100% support as a law enforcement official for almost 40 years. And Governor, thank you again for introducing this.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. I'm glad to answer any questions.
You're taking a bill, you're gutting it of what it says, and inserting something completely different. Is that constitutional?
The bill deals with public safety. It deals with the subject of ammunition for weapons. This is germane to that particular topic. The people of our state in 1974 reaffirmed their belief that the governor should have the power to have this a mandatory process. I've exercised that. I think it's particularly appropriate now. I went to a wake on Friday night in Crystal Lake, Illinois, the wake of John Larimer. May God bless his immortal soul, a United States sailor in the United States Navy. He went to a movie about a week before in Aurora, Colorado. with other sailors and also his girlfriend, and he was killed by an assault weapon that had a large capacity ammunition magazine. And I think it's time that we have this debate in Illinois to ban these weapons and ban these large capacity ammunition magazines that are designed to have deadly force and violence inflicted on innocent people. And I think it's very important that we do that now.
Do you think why go about it this way? Why not pursue the ban by introducing legislation?
This legislation has been introduced by Representative Acevedo in the House, Senator Munoz in the Senate. I think that it's very appropriate to take those bills, those ideas, and amend them onto the bill that arrived on my desk so we can have a debate, so we can have a vote. The legislature will have an opportunity to vote for a ban on assault weapons, vote for a ban on large capacity ammunition magazines. I think the people of our state strongly support the act that I've done this morning, this legislation that needs to be enacted, and we need to have a vote, and this is why we're doing it this way.
Governor, do you think that this is the timing of this? How do you hope that the timing of this will influence what you do?
I think our whole country understands that it's time for the people to act when it comes to assault weapons. As Tim mentioned, assault weapons are used by gangs, by cartels, by those who would inflict violence on innocent people, and we've got to do something about it. I live on the west side of Chicago. Tim grew up on the south side of Chicago. I think it's very important that we protect all the people of Chicago, of the suburbs, and of downstate. And I think this law that I've proposed by my action today will protect the public safety of Illinois. That's the fundamental right of all citizens. I believe in the Second Amendment of our Constitution. I've sworn an oath to uphold our Constitution, every single amendment, and I believe in it, the right to bear arms. But I also believe there is a right of public safety, a right to have security in your person, and going, whether it's to a movie theater or going to a class at a university or going to a shopping mall and being exposed to assault weapons with these large ammunition, large capacity ammunition magazines is a peril to the everyday citizen and their right to have public safety.
I guess just to clarify a little bit, how do you think that the events of the last couple of weeks, what happened in Colorado, do you think that this will have more of an influence on what the legislature?
I don't think there's any question that I think all of those who lost their life in Aurora, Colorado, all 12, and all those people who are injured, they want us to take action. And I think that it's time for the people to band together in our state, which is in the heart of the heartland of the United States of America, and do something about these assault weapons and all these large ammunition magazines that go with them. We have to do something. We cannot stand idly by. I think we should remember those who lost their lives and carry on with something that will make things better for our children and their children.
Gov Quinn, you say you've supported this for a long time, pre-Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have some kind of statistics that can point to how many people in Orland have died from these types of weapons, or other groundwork that you've been laying over time?
Well, I've been asked about this from time to time. We'll be happy to provide statistics. I was at Northern Illinois University on February 14th of 2009, exactly 1 year after 5 students were gunned down in their own classroom. And I went to the funerals of each and every one of those students. And I think it's important that when we see these violent episodes, these horrific massacres of innocent people, of good men and women who are making a difference for all of us, when they lose their lives to assault weapons and these deadly ammunition magazines, we need to do something about it. We cannot be passive. We must act on the behalf of the common good.
You mentioned several states that have bans in effect. What evidence is there that those have had any?
Well, I think that it's important that the people be heard. I think the people of our state, I think the people of America believe in what I'm trying to do here today on behalf of the people of Illinois, to give the legislature an opportunity to enact a ban on assault weapons, a ban on these magazines that carry enormous amounts of ammunition that can be fired off over and over again to put human beings and human targets in deadly peril.
You're watching the Illinois Channel, an independent nonprofit corporation formed to provide gavel-to-gavel coverage of Illinois state government and other public affairs events taking place across Illinois.